Happy Easter, if you celebrate it. I don't really celebrate it. I might die eggs later though, because it's fun. Of course, my street is all parked up like crazy, because we've got a Catholic church, like, right down that way down the street. And the big one. And, well, in addition to the Catholic church, like 3 or 4 other churches right down the street. So it's like, you can't park right now in my town. Yeah. I'm outside because it's really warm and it's... my kitty's rolling in the dirt. Great. Great. What cats roll in the dirt? Seriously. It's like she thinks she's a dog or something. Sammy, come here. Sammy. Yeah. Yeah. So, Signe wanted me to talk about my life. I was planning on it. Yeah. So I was talking last week about going to New Jersey. For a thing. It's not a concert. Nope. Because there wasn't like singing. Well, there was a little bit. Cultural event. I couldn't go. Yeah, it all worked out. And my dad was being awesome and was like, okay, since this is really important to you, I'll drive you down and we can stay at my aunt's house. My aunt's house, who lives like half an hour away from the college where this was at. I was like, oh my god. And like, I could have done that myself, but like, I'm not good with people. My aunt's not good with people. I don't know her very well. And that would just be like horribly, horribly awkward. And so I was like, I'll just, you know, take the 2 a.m. bus home. No. So Dad was being awesome about that. And I managed to convince my brother, who goes to NYU, so he's like an hour and a half by train, to go down and buy me a ticket. Because, you know, there was only like 740 tickets. And they weren't going to be selling them online. And so we got that all worked out, and I was going to pay him back for the train because it's hellishly expensive. It's like commuter rail out of Boston, except like twice as much money. Oh my god. Especially because it was peak times. But anyway. And then it sold out the day before he could go. So, I'm really pissed at myself for not thinking of that earlier, because I think he would have been available on Tuesday to go down, but I didn't think of it until like Tuesday night, and he wasn't available on Wednesday because of class, and so he was going to go down on Thursday, but it sold out on Wednesday night. So I didn't get to go. So I went to Anime Boston instead yesterday, which was kind of lame. It was really fun last year, but like last year I had a booth in the Artist Alley, and you know, so I sat behind it most of the weekend unless there was something I really, really wanted to go to. And there's bugs all over me because I'm sitting on the lawn. And you know, so that was cool. And my best friend was there, and we hung out a lot. And I had a boyfriend, and he was there. We hung out a lot. And that was nice. And like this year, I left my house at 6 in the morning yesterday so I could get there and beat the rush to register. And it kind of sucked. I spent most of the day wandering around aimlessly and standing in line, or rather sitting in line. I spent like 4 or 5 hours yesterday standing in line, and the masquerade was masquerade was pretty fun. I was expecting it to be more costumey. I couldn't go last year, so I didn't really know what to expect, other than to compare it to the one at Aresia that Sci-Fi Con I go to, which is all about costumes and not really about skits. So I was figuring this one would be pretty much the same thing. No, it was like 3 hours of skits, which was fun. And like it had a little bit about costumes in the beginning. But yes, I enjoyed that, you know, somebody stuck a bit of a Chinese pop song into their skit, and I was like, oh my god, I know this song, I love this song. I don't know many Chinese pop songs. And then somebody did a dance to Nobody by the Wonder Girls, which is actually getting pretty popular in the US because they made an English version and, you know, did it on TV a lot. And she did it to the English version. And there was a wardrobe malfunction as well. And it really looked like the chick who was doing Nobody was going to be the one with the wardrobe malfunction because her dress was kind of falling off. But no, it was somebody else. I felt really bad for her because, like, it's one thing to have a wardrobe malfunction in everyday life, and, like, I don't think I have had one, but, you know. And then there's another to have one on stage in front of, like, 1,000 people. Yeah. Oh, I was supposed to go to the masquerade. I stood in line for an hour in the morning to get a ticket to get in the masquerade, and, you know, you don't have to pay for it, but it's just, like, make things easier so you don't have to wait all day long. And then I lost my ticket. So, I ended up in the room down the hall where they showed it on a TV. Like, I mean, it was a really, really big room with really, really big screens, but, you know, it's not the real thing. But it ended up pretty okay because I was front row center. And you're a scary looking bug. Go away. Yeah. So. And then I come home and get my PJs on and discover, like, hey, my ticket was stuck somewhere in my clothing. I still don't know where, but it's on my floor. You know, it fell out. But yeah. It's really warm, especially in the sun. I'm squinting like crazy because the sun's over there. I would show you our overgrown, crappy-looking garden that's slightly full of crocuses at the moment because it's crocus season. Okay, it's going to be really, really bright because it's really, really bright out here. Like, yeah, we need to fix that. It's garden, it's garden, it's garden. That's the garage. That's the house again. You know. We have Stonehenge over there. That's what I call Stonehenge. It's a bench made out of rock. We've got Woodhenge and Strawhenge too. Strawhenge is like right next to it. It's not actually made out of straw, but it's ancient and falling apart, so I call it Strawhenge. And Woodhenge is like behind the garage. And I bet that wouldn't make sense if you don't watch. Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard has a skit about Stonehenge and Woodhenge and Strawhenge. That's what's going on in my life. Oh yeah, I'm blonde now. I did that like Friday night. It's a lot more ginger than I expected, but that's okay because it's better. Because kind of ginger is better than that terrible, terrible yellow, bright yellow color you usually get. But yeah, that's all for now.